Welcome to today's market report. European stock markets pushed higher in early trade on Tuesday as strong results from mining groups reinforced talks of a new supercycle in commodities amid hopes for a broad and synchronized global recovery. DAX in Germany traded 0.1% higher, CAC 40 in France rose 0.1%, FTSE 100 climbed 0.4%. BHP Group PLC stock fell 0.3% after the world's largest listed miner had to write down the value of its local business, which is up for sale or spin-off. That said, the mining giant did report its best first half profit in 7 years and declared a record interim dividend, helped by strong demand for iron ore from China. Glencore stock also rose 2.4% after the commodity trading and mining company reported a return to profit in the second half of 2020 and said its dividend could resume this year. Successful rollouts of COVID-19 vaccines in many countries, with the UK leading the way among the developed world, have raised hopes of a relatively quick economic recovery as restrictions on business and social life are lifted. The World Health Organization authorized the AstraZeneca University of Oxford COVID-19 vaccine for emergency use on Monday, expanding access to this comparatively inexpensive shot to less developed countries around the world. US President Joe Biden's $1.9 trillion stimulus package continues to work its way through Congress. However, despite this optimism, the immediate economic picture in Europe remains challenging. Passenger car sales fell 28% across Germany, the UK, France, Italy, and Spain, Europe's 5 biggest markets in January, as lockdown shut down dealerships and customers shied away from large purchases. The region's fourth quarter GDP release is due later in the session, but most eyes will be on the German zoo economic sentiment data for February as a more current gauge of consumer confidence. Oil prices pushed higher on Tuesday as the severe cold spell in the US resulted in heavy demand for power as well as disrupting supplies in Texas, the biggest crude producing state. Crude futures traded 0.9% higher at $60.05 per barrel. Brent rose 0.1% to $63.35 per barrel. Gold futures rose 0.1% to $1,823.65 per ounce. On the FX front, the GBPUSD pair is standing out by advancing above 139. A quick look at the pair chart is pointing to a positive pattern for the pound, and Britain's success in curbing coronavirus is the major fundamental reason to think both will prevail. Biden returns to work after a long weekend, and his COVID relief package is left, right, and center. The upcoming fiscal boost from America is music to markets' collective ears, and previously pushed the safe haven dollar lower. On the other hand, the prospects of faster growth and higher debt issuance have now resulted in a sell-off of US bonds, pushing yields higher and thus making the greenback more attractive. The UK recorded the lowest number of COVID-19 infections since October, the result of the nationwide lockdown and the vaccination campaign. The immunization effort continues at full speed, with Britain already jabbing nearly 24 doses per 100 persons. Prime Minister Boris Johnson is planning a major speech on Monday to lay out his plans to ease the lockdown. Details are set to begin leaking, and any rapid reopening may boost the pound. Pound-dollar continues benefiting from upside momentum on the 4-hour chart, while the relative strength index is just below 70, outside the overbought conditions. Moreover, the cable is trading above the 50, 100 and 200 simple moving averages. Resistance awaits at 139.50, the new 2021 top and the highest since April 2018. 118. Furthermore, 140, 140, 110 and 140 to 40 are the next levels to watch. GBPUSD has some support at around 139, followed by 138.65, the previous peak. Further down, 138.30 and 138.70 are the next cushions. The euro shows little reaction to the upbeat Eurozone growth figure as euro-dollar flirts with 3-week highs of 121.57. The spot is higher by 0.25% on the day. The reflation trade continues to dictate the price action in the global assets. The US dollar was mired at a 3-week low at 90.229. Dollar yen was at 105.33. The Chinese yuan slipped to 6.4132. This is today's market news. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.